Full of greed, heart full of spite. Foodie can't see the light. Overeating, losing the fight. Greed, a hold attack day and night.
Welcome back. So, she has just uploaded this video called Why I Was Crying Yesterday. I've not seen it yet, so this is my first run through of it with a react. Let's see.
Hi guys. So yeah, I know it's like I just filmed I'm up alongside my table here, but it's a home cooked one. I'm feeling a lot better today. I just wanted to update you guys on where I last left you. First, I want to say a huge thank
She doesn't look good, does she? Let's be honest.
you to all of you Beezers, all of you guys who were there to pick me up when I was feeling down. I do use my platform for that. Like sometimes, sometimes you just need some support from people and just talk it out. And I always say that like I kind of use my platform in a way as therapy, with being careful to still respect a lot of my privacy where I can. I think we all know I'm impulsive. I actually bought a ticket to go to Canada.
Being impulsive would be an understatement. Right, okay, you bought a ticket. Then what?
Excuse me, which I will show you here.
Okay, so that's her ticket from Kuwait to Dubai and then Dubai to Montreal. And it's dated for the 23rd of July, which, funnily enough, is one of the dates that was going around as a date for her needing to have done a visa on.
And so I've already canceled it, and so I've lost some money
Oh, there we go. Yep, rule number one.
on that, but whatever. If I just waited a bit longer for my feelings to calm down, I wouldn't have this problem. Anyway,
The feelings to calm down. Did her and Salah have a row? Another fight?
I don't want to live in Canada right now. Like I know I said I was going for sure, and at the time that I did that live stream, I really believed in my heart that's what I wanted to do. It's not that I wanted to go to Canada, it's that I wanted to just escape for a while. And I thought maybe that...
Escape what? The heat? Salah? Have you had a reprieve on deportation? Or was it nothing to do with any of that? People said, that you'll come back and say, oh, I was being impulsive. And that's exactly what you've done.
I don't know. It's honestly going to be a bit of a confusing video because it's like honestly so hard for me to try to convey how I feel, because and that's why I changed my thumbnail to I'm confused, because I sometimes am very confused. The life I live here is very different from the one I lived in Canada, and
Yeah.
sometimes I just get fed up with everything in my situation. A more domestic life, a more life with more responsibilities as a wife.
What responsibilities? The stuff that people do every day, like keeping your home clean. You've only got one cat, and you've already said that Salah does a lot for the pets, for Harry as well. Bit of laundry to do. What responsibilities? You haven't got children. You've not got, a job. Proper job. I mean, I don't mean to insult anybody, but, going live and uploading videos on YouTube is your job. You don't have to go out to work or travel to work like a lot of people do.
And Salah's not hard on me compared to, I'm sure, a lot of husbands like on their wives.
Oh, so Salah's been a bit hard, is he?
Like, he's pretty lax, he's very understanding. He went and got me some flowers to cheer me up because I wasn't feeling good, and just like a little something, and wrote like on the card like, you're my sweet love and stuff like that. So
Blech. Cat man.
He's actually like a really sweet guy with that, but sometimes we all just have really down moments, and for me, I think what it is just all piled up. And that's why I'm happier today when I saw the results of my numbers.
You don't look much happier. You look like you've been crying again and hardly slept.
It's because I'm like, I felt like, oh my gosh, like all these, my sciatica was really bad, and I just feel like there was no way out with my health. Like I just felt like, burdened by all these health issues, and I felt like I can't change because it's too hard. And anyway.
Well, how going back to Canada change that at all? Healthcare, you've told us you can get healthcare in Kuwait. Of course, the only barrier for you would be the expense getting it in Kuwait.
So I have a lot of personal issues going on. a lot of self-doubt was creeping in about whether I can be like a good wife, whether I can make the changes like I need to turn my life around.
To be a good wife, you've been married over 18 months. It's a bit late to doubt that now, isn't it? But then that's what happens when you rush into things, isn't it? And go and marry somebody that you've only spoken to on the internet for a few days.
And what about our goals, our dreams? Like everything was just like piling on and giving me like huge anxiety. And when I get like that, I'm very irritable. So we got in like a bit of a petty argument. I just like, I was mad at the world. I was mad at Salah. I was mad at everything. So yeah, it wasn't anything like really major, like that I can pinpoint. Like a lot of people were like, I'm sure speculating. I haven't looked around. I'm not doing that anymore for my mental health.
Yeah, right. Of course you're looking around. Oh, fight.
But just based on comments that I've deleted because, you know, I could get the general idea of people running with it. What I don't understand is people being like angry. Like they were like legit, like you're a scammer. Like, how am I a scammer? Like, why am I a scammer for going live and talking about my feelings? Like, I didn't ask anybody for a single dime. Like,
No, it was your behaviour. You kept looking at the camera whenever you were, you know, supposedly weeping. There were a few points where I said, yeah, it did look like you were really crying. But there were also others where it looked fake. And we caught you looking at the camera. And also when you were crying, holding Julia, etc. You know, you were side-eyeing the chat to see any super chats you got. It was all for sympathy, thinking that you'd get money. So just because you didn't come right out and say, please give me money, doesn't mean that's not what you were doing.
I didn't ask anyone to help me. I didn't ask anyone to buy my flight. You know, we can take care of ourselves. Thank you very much. I didn't ask anybody for anything. Oh, it's a visa run scam. I don't know how a visa run is a scam. I don't know why people are so obsessed with whenever, if I have to travel, what my visa status is. But I really don't get that. So I'm just going to...
Because nothing adds up. You've already told us you got married via a loophole. No proof that it's actually even a legal marriage. That's why. You put out so much shit about your life there.
I'm going to ignore that. But yes, I did block some regular people who were insulting my husband because it's my channel. It's my corner of the internet. He's a part of my life. I'm not forcing people to like somebody, but if you know, you at least can't come here and disrespect my people that I love. So that's how it's going to work. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but...
People that I love.
I'm here to entertain you guys, not really like give you free...
Sorry, entertain us?
Free reign on, you know, insulting people I love and interfering in my personal life. So
how is it interfering in your personal life? Comments on the internet. That isn't interfering in your personal life. If you think that's interference, there's something seriously wrong, isn't there? And, as we always say, you're the one that puts it all out there on the internet, spilling your guts whenever it suits you. But God forbid anybody comment on it or react to it, eh?
So, yeah, I don't mind sharing some things about my life with you guys, but sometimes it gets taken too far. And those comments were just like way whack. Like, you know, like, here we go again. I know she's going to change her mind, but it doesn't affect your life whatsoever, you know? So that's fine. I understand. I'm very frustrating sometimes, you know, but that's just how I am. You know, like I've always been that way. I'll continue to try to mature in that way and get a hold of it. But in the meantime, I'm just, like I've said in the videos before I've done this, I'm torn sometimes between my home there, my home here. But I realize that I don't have a home there anymore. I don't have anything to go back to except my family.
What you mean is you realize you can't afford to have a home there. You'd have to live with somebody. More like it. And the cost of living as well. You're not doing as well on YouTube as you once did, are you?
Family, but I don't want to stay at my mom's. I don't want to stay with my mom. It's a full house there. And I don't want to stay somewhere putting my family in jeopardy because people know where I am. I don't want people to know where I am.
Putting them in jeopardy? What? You think you're such a celebrity that people are going to turn up for an autograph, or that people are going to try and cause you harm in some way? Who the hell do you think you are?
I don't want people to drive by. I don't want people to harass my family and myself while I'm there. And it has happened before many times, and I don't want that. My aunt's house, I've stayed with her, but it's so small. She has like a small 1 bedroom. I don't have a car anymore, so it's like I have a home and we have a vehicle here.
Oh, but you said yesterday, there was going to be a hotel and you would rent a car.
And I have my pets. That's another thing. Like when I, look at my pets, like how can I leave them? Like I'm still getting over.
What do you mean, how can you leave them? You didn't have a second thought when you were, I was going to say getting rid of, but that's horrible. But that's what it seemed like, rehoming Sam, and you were going to have an end-of-life consultation for BBJ. Didn't bother you then? What's different now?
The trauma, like it was traumatic for me what I did, like rehoming
Oh, piss off. Traumatic my arse.
them. And
What was traumatic was you getting found out about the state of BBJ's health and both cats having to be shaved, not just BBJ, because of the awful matting. So don't try that one here, Chantal. It won't wash.
well, one being stolen and then one rehoming. That
What? Stolen? Fuck off! Oh my... The audacity!
was really traumatic for me. Like I still deal with that, and to have to do that all over again, like with my pets, like it's just I don't know if can't do it. I did get an update on Sam, a picture. The person who has him sent a picture, and he was sprawled out on the bed looking very happy. But I don't know, maybe someday I'll be reunited with him. I'm not too sure. They weren't opposed to giving him back to me, like, but they're taking good care of him and they don't mind keeping him. So
Dear God, no. Not having come back to you. And you've already said that you don't like the idea of him doing that journey to Kuwait, etc. I mean, come on. The only way would be as if you did go back there permanently to live. And let's not forget, he would need all the vaccinations and checks, etc. for a pet passport if he was to come to Kuwait. Please God that never happen.
we'll see with that. But and in the meantime, I have my pets here. I have a new home here I built, and you don't realize
A home that you've built, it's a few rooms in an undesirable area. It's nothing to brag about. I mean, yes, okay, a home is whatever you have over your head. I agree with that. But to listen to her previously, she was going there to live in a palace almost, Crazy. And what have you built exactly? You said yesterday you were only going to take one suitcase with you. It's all you had for possessions, etc.
realize how much you're going to miss that until you actually go to leave. Like I booked the ticket, and
And what?
I had Salah like, don't go, like I don't know,
I bet you did, losing his money bags.
we can't live without each other. You know how like when you love somebody,
Oh, piss off with the love. He can't live that standard of life without you because he can't afford it. We saw the concrete shell he was living in when you first went there. You can't live on your own in Canada because you can't afford to. That's what it comes down to.
imagining your life without them is really, really hard. So yeah, and I think I'm on the right track with my health because
What? Right track with your health? With the way you've been eating, and you just said at the beginning of this that you've just filmed another mukbang.
I have a video later showing some numbers and things like that. I have some health updates coming up. Health update
Oh,
mukbang.
joy.
So we'll see, but I just wanted to
Yeah, so we completely turned around on the not sharing any more health stuff again. Yeah.
let you know that I'm gonna stick it out. When times get tough, I am very impulsive and I just rush to do something drastic, and
We know.
I have to learn to like seriously just sleep on it. Just Salah was like, you're impulsive, just sleep on it, and he's right. Like I should just really take the time to yeah. But I was really upset in my live stream. I don't have good days all the time, but I haven't had a
Nobody
bad
does.
cry breakdown like that since that. It's been a long time, and
Since December 28th, 2023, when you found out about Scatman and Kybella.
maybe I need to do that more because I do have a lot on my plate. I've taken on a lot, and
What have you taken on precisely? You do nothing all day. You've got a little apartment to look after. And from what we've seen, you don't even do that.
I've been going through a lot. So maybe that was just like, that was kind of cathartic, you know? But, and for me, wanting to just be alone and be single, and I do that when I have that self-doubt. I say, I feel like I have so many health problems. It's almost like a way to like sabotage what I got going on, because I feel like it's just going to crumble because of me. Like I have so much self-doubt, like on my abilities as a partner.
Oh, pity me. Oh, I've got so much self-doubt. Help. That's what this is.
On everything. Like I just get very like insecure sometimes. And instead of having to deal with heartache, I just kind of want to just like cut it off and be alone and just be at peace and to deal with all.
Sounds like maybe Salah had a go at her for not being a good enough wife.
Deal with all my issues and just be alone and not burden somebody else and all this self-doubt. And what I did, you know, what I guess I just maybe needed to hear also, like from Salah, like, you know, I love you, and like if I didn't love you, I wouldn't be like going through all these things, fighting for your health, taking you to appointments, blah blah blah.
What's he doing fighting for your health? He's more than happy he brings you shit food. Gave you his Taco Bell the other night, didn't he? We all know what he's in this for. And it's not love.
So, yeah. So that's basically the best I can describe what was going on in my mind. I was just numb, like to the max. I was at my wit's end, having kind of like a panic attack. I don't know. It was a weird mood, and I am feeling a lot better today. Yeah, I kind of wish I hadn't gone and booked a flight, but it's already canceled, so it's like literally.
So it could well have been a visa run then the other week when we did think so, because if she's cancelled this, but then who knows with her? She come back tomorrow or the next day, and she's gone again. So.
Really, I booked it, and like an hour later I canceled it. And I think it was like the booking made it like a finality for us, and we like, no, like we can't live without each other. You can't. He's like, you can't go, and I'm like, I can't leave everything here. Like I love my apartment.
Piss off.
I love this place. I love our cherry tea though. It's the new Kia. You guys have to get used to that. It's the new Kia, okay? And
what?
Since I'm starting to feel on the mend, and you know, winter will be around the corner. We'll be, inshallah, we'll travel and we'll do so many things here. I want to go back to Failaka Island. I want to do lots of winter camping. Like we'll do a lot of winter camping, guys.
You won't do any of that because your health is shit and you're not doing anything to improve your health.
And it's a new life, and sometimes I feel old life calling back to me, but it's not. It's really just that's over. I don't have a life in Canada anymore, and I don't want to rebuild right now. Rebuilding a life is so hard, especially in one of the most expensive places to live. And
yeah, there we go. I called it expense.
I'm already established here, and I have my family, my pets, my.
How are you established? You don't go out anywhere socially. You've got no friends. You don't even know your neighbours. You said you didn't want to. And you can't go out in the heat. And you don't go out that often even when it's not due to the heat. And your family? What? Salah, a cat and a hamster. You've made... It doesn't seem that you get any efforts with Salah's family. And by all accounts, they can't stand you.
And I have my family, my pets, my love.
Family, Salah, a cat and a hamster. I'm not shitting on that, but you know, no efforts.
What more can I ask for? You know,
Well, you could ask for good health, but then you'd have to actually do something to achieve that, wouldn't you?
Really feel blessed. I really feel blessed. I have you guys. Whenever I come, and I want to like make it very clear.
Yeah.
Whenever I come on and if I break down and everything like that, I don't want sympathy or pity or money or anything.
Of course
I just
you
want
do.
you to listen. That's what I like about having an audience, is someone to listen to me. The attention is more valuable.
Yep, the attention. You're an attention. Oh, I nearly said a bad word there, but I think you can guess what I was going to say.
Valuable to me, like somebody listening to me, than any money, anything. So, yeah. I guess that's it. That's my explanation. I know there's a lot of people who want me to go back to... I've had some really disrespectful comments, like, take off that hijab, blah, blah, blah. First of all, the hijab is not going to come off, like, no matter if I ever get divorced or whatever.
Yeah,
it has
right.
nothing to do with that. That's like, you know, like, it's God.
Bullshit. But what do you care? It's all cosplay to you.
You can still be Muslim and not wear hijab though, but it's also a cultural thing. Like,
yep, she's setting the scene for a point in time in the future when she does take it off.
so it's cultural. It was ordained by Allah. You're supposed to wear it in Islam, but it's also just, I don't know. I just find those comments really gross. So I just delete.
It's also just that you like wearing it because it hides your thinning hair and your chins.
Them and block and goodbye. And yeah, I mean, sure, I could have a much bigger audience if I don't filter and I let everyone just come in. But I'm going more for quality over quantity, like I always say. No thanks. I'd rather a few positive people than a whole bunch of people saying gross things like on Sam, a picture, the person.
So a hug box, yeah, okay.
I'd rather a few positive people than a whole bunch of people saying gross things like Islamophobic things, constant fat shaming, like no thanks. And I don't mind like a few fat jokes about you guys know I have a sense of humor about myself, but sometimes people take it too far and it's just like goodbye, you know? So I guess that's about it. But thanks for listening and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Wow. So what do you think? Was it a plea for sympathy because she'd had a big fight with Salah? Was she hoping to get loads of money as a result? And when that didn't work out and the backlash she got, she realised she didn't have the support she thought she had. And now she's really backtracking. Either way, it was a load of crap. But always remember, guys, rule number 1. Thanks for watching. As always, thanks for watching. And until next time, take care.
Belly full, but she want more. Anger rising, can't keep score. Money off the spend, can't ignore. Greed a joker till she can't adore. Belly full of greed, heart full of spite. Foodie can't see the light. Overeating, losing the fight. Greed a hold her tight.